To Dee Talk Live Thursdays. How is everybody? Sorry we're a little bit late today on the Dee Talk Live, running late, being crazy. Lots of things happening in Melbourne at the moment, and it's been crazy busy for the team at What Dee Thinks. A lot of great things coming up, and amazing happenings. How is everybody? I hope we're all really well. I hope everybody's doing really well and you're enjoying the weather. It's actually quite warm considering that it's only 23 degrees today as well, which is crazy. And today we've got another great topic for you as well, which is all about inspiration and coming back to center and just being you. So today we're talking about what has been one of the most memorable moments in time for you or in life for you. What has really made that emphasis in your life that's made you smile, that's made you happy and brought out that positive love vibration within you, you know, to make you remember, oh my God, do you remember that memory? That was amazing, a memorable time. Mine, as I briefly stated on the post that we had for today, was my friend's wedding, because she married the most fantastic human, and she also is a fantastic human. But the whole point to the matter is we have been friends for so many years, and it was memorable for us because we were sharing such a phenomenal day that was going to go down in time as one of the biggest love moments that she was going to share with her other half. And you guys know how big I am on love and how much I just love the emotion love, because it brings everybody together and it unites everyone, you know, and that's what we should be doing. So that wedding was not only amazing, but it brought up so many beautiful memories that we had, especially with our other friend that you saw in the picture. They're two of my very close friends that I love and adore so much. We don't get to see each other as much, but as they say, regardless of you not seeing them, you still know, and you take off where you've left off, you know, like it's all a matter of just understanding one another and really being there and going through those motions and those vibes and those experiences. You know, we've shared so many and they've been hilarious, from, you know, me cleaning and, you know, my friend's shoes, to us, as I said, sleeping in cars in Rye, to the boat cruises that we used to organize in Rye. They were amazing. There were great memories, and you always reminisce and you get nostalgic about how good it used to be and what it was all about. So that's all about, you know, wanting to remember a moment in time. And, you know, I've got many, but that one obviously brings it all together because it was such a big moment for us, you know. So Dee weddings, McLaz in the house, LOL, que está de caso, hurry up. What? Me to get married? Oh, Con, you're hilarious. Maybe one day if I find the right person, I might get married, Con, but yes. Oh, so you can MC. Is that the reason why you're saying it? So Con's actually stating that he wants to MC at my wedding, which is hilarious. But he's also a fantastic MC. Maybe they're his specific moments that he wants, you know, to share with us. Is that one of your memorable moments? And I'm sure at these weddings or at these events that we go to, hilarious things always happen, and things that we're always going to take with us are going to have relevance to how they're shaping our lives, because so many people go through you know, different things depending on what they do. So he is, hey Georgia, how are you? Yeah, so everybody, I want everyone to tell me though tonight, whoever's online, say hello to me as well, because I can see you. You guys are beautiful. Say hi. I want to see you saying hello, and let me know, what are your, you know, what's the most memorable time for you? Like, what was it? What actually made that dynamic impact in your life that's made you feel that, you know, more so amazing, you know, being away or going overseas? It could be anything, you know. cleaning your wardrobe, I know that gives me so much satisfaction because it's part of the cleansing process and it's amazing. And you're able to see what's in your wardrobe because you don't really realize how many clothes you have like I do. When you go through your wardrobe and you're like, oh my God, I didn't even realize I even had that. So different things take up the memories, and different things actually create such beautiful memories in time, so I've had many, as I've said, and a lot of them at weddings as well. I don't know why, it's a bit weird, isn't it? Or should I say crazy beautiful, like the bouquet saga that we had with my girlfriend throwing it and then it pretty much landed on my feet. It was such a Sex in the City moment as well. They're actually doing a another follow-up to that too for all the Sex in the City fans out there as well, since we talk about fashion so much on our programs too. So yeah, all those, and then you look at yourself and you're like, oh my God, I didn't even, but it's like you manifest it, because that's what I was doing. I was pretty much saying, at the time to my partner, it's in the bag, I'm going to get it. And I actually did, I caught it, which is hilarious. So these are the types of things that I'm talking about in regards to memorable moments or things that have really made you smile. One of my memorable times and moments was also spending so much time with my grandparents in 2018. And I stayed there for about 3 months. So I was overseas for 3 months, obviously traveling to various places, but predominantly situated in Athens. And at the time, which is really funny, I was in a position where I was like, oh, I'm going to stay with my grandparents, and I actually got to live them, which was amazing, because if I hadn't done that, I wouldn't have ever been to be able to experience them the way that I did. And then lucky I did, because my grandmother, God rest her soul, and may she rest in peace, she was beautiful. She actually passed away throughout COVID, and my family wasn't able to go to her funeral, and it really was quite detrimental towards my mum, because my mum hadn't seen her for a very long time. But that for me was a memorable time, because I was able to go and really spend that time with them and get to know them, because obviously they never lived in Australia. They were always living in Greece. They would come obviously to Australia to see us from time to time, but the older they got, the more restricted they were, and the more harder it was for them to travel. So you've got to look at it in that way. But regardless, it was so inspirational and such a positive topic still, and I'm sure she's probably here in the room, like all my beautiful spirits are. Everybody knows how spiritual I am. It's crazy. Telling me to just keep on going and do what I love doing and being here with you beautiful people, Bless you. Yes, of course, you deserve only the best. Oh, you're beautiful. Best memories of a wedding, a bridesmaid get into an argument, groom and groomsmen go outside with the VB each and say stuff them both. Hilarious. Had to be there. Walking into the bridal suite and bride changing into sexy wear. Oh, that's so funny. And we had a chat. I never told the groom. Okay, thank God we don't know who the groom is. Can you imagine? And I'm actually saying it now live. You're going to get me in trouble. You can't get me in trouble. This is crazy. Don't be doing that. But they're hilarious. See what I mean? Things always happen. So when you're at a wedding and, or you're somewhere, or even like out with friends and stuff, a memorable moment, something that's really funny. Even with me, I remember when I was younger, we used to have, and I know this is not a Dee Love talk, but I'm going to bring it into the mix now because it has to do with what Con's actually saying. So we used to go out when we were quite young. So I started going out a lot younger because my brother used to take us out with one of my really close friends. And we always used to get people pinching our bottoms, right? So believe it or not, one time I actually thought, you know what, I'd return the favor, but it wasn't the bottom that I actually pinched. So you can imagine what happened after that. And then what I basically said was, how does it feel? Does it feel good? Exactly. And it was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, I'll never do it again. Because it was part of respecting the female and part of respecting my space. This is my space, that's your space. You know what I mean? So it was quite funny at the time and quite memorable as well. But there have been heaps of other memorable moments in time where you are dumbfounded and you are put on a journey. I even remember being in Sydney, right before I was about to go to Greece. I went to Sydney because, as you guys all know, I travel heaps. I love traveling. I'm like a travel bug. Wherever it is to go, I go. Not long ago, I was in China, and that's before, obviously, the whole COVID thing, and Hong Kong, and just heaps of places. So I was in Sydney at the time. And I was wearing a specific pair of shoes, and one of my other friends, who was being quite hospitable at the time, didn't come out with us. So I was with another friend of ours. So we went out, and I was wearing these shoes that ended up being quite uncomfortable, when in reality they've never been this uncomfortable. And at the time they were rubbing on the back of my foot. Anyway. And I was like, oh my God. And there was no one around. So it was like a complete, just, completely dead all around. You wouldn't see one soul. And I remember my girlfriend went upstairs and she waited because we were waiting to get into some Sky rooftop bar. Don't know what it was completely now. It's been that many years. But I was actually waiting there and going, I can't even move. I can't even, I was struggling. And I think it was due to the humidity, because obviously Sydney is a lot more humid than what Melbourne is. But in saying that now, though, I think we're very humid too. I think our weather's subsequently sort of changed. So long story short, I put in my head that I really needed a Band-Aid, and I forgot about it. All of a sudden, a lady comes past, and she looks at me and I look at her and she's like, do you need a Band-Aid? And I looked at her again, I'm like, what? She's like, do you actually need a Band-Aid? And I'm like, oh my God, yeah, of course I do need a Band-Aid. She's like, oh yeah, I've got them in my bag just here, I'll just give you one. And she gave me the Band-Aid and she left, and there was no one around again. And I'm like, oh my God, crazy times. It blew me away. I was like, how did this even happen? And then I put two and two together. I manifested a Band-Aid. And then I'm like, if I can manifest a Band-Aid, what makes me think that I can't manifest something even bigger in my dreams, right? So that's where the manifestation journey started happening. So that was also a very big stage in my life and a memorable time that pretty much, just blew my mind apart, and so many more amazing things just kept on happening afterwards, because it was telling me that the journey towards what I was doing was the right path. Especially if you see, and all my friends know this, if you see 1111, it's one of the biggest spiritual numbers depicting that you're on the right path, on the right journey towards your life. Or you see synchronicity, so numbers that keep on coming up, into your life while you're driving, where you see them, they're all specific meanings, and they really bring out what they're trying to tell you, especially if you believe like I do, and it really depends on the person. You can do anything in your life, you just have to believe. So yeah, but these are the memorable moments. These are fantastic moments, The wedding was, phenomenal, and, it was beautiful, and you could tell how happy they were, and it was the next step, next phase in someone's life. So for us to see that happen to one of our girlfriends, that was just beautiful, just simply gorgeous, and something that we're never going to forget, because as you all know, we know each other so well, and, and knowing them on a different level after they're married, and, knowing what they want and getting what they want is just beautiful. So I hope everybody is having an amazing evening. We have finished again for another beautiful night. Thank you again to everyone for joining me. Your beautiful comments, your gorgeous messages, your feedback constantly. I love you all so much. Please take care of yourselves and have a beautiful evening. Enjoy. Dee out. You guys on Monday for Dee Love Talk. You guys be well, yeah? See ya.